What's Up Taiwan? I'm Yvonne Yang. Thanks for joining us. China is thinking about ending tariff reductions on more imports from Taiwan. The country's Commerce Ministry made the announcement on Tuesday. The targeted imports would include agricultural, machinery, textile, and other products under a 2010 trade deal called ECFA. Beijing canceled tariff relief on 12 chemical imports from Taiwan from January 1st. That was retaliation for Taiwanese restrictions on certain Chinese goods, which Beijing called trade barriers. Taiwan's presidential office says it does not consider a recent satellite launch from China to be election interference. But inefficiencies in how the military handled a nationwide alert are drawing criticism. Hamil Kong has the story.
Emergency alerts sounding out across Taiwan. On Tuesday afternoon, millions of people looked at their phones to see this alert. In Mandarin, the message says that a Chinese satellite flew over the country, much different to the English message saying a missile flew over Taiwan. The alert interrupted a press conference by Taiwan's foreign minister, briefing international media in the country to cover Saturday's presidential election. He said it's a reminder of the threats Taiwan faces.
But at this very sensitive moment of our election, the Chinese is still doing it. I would classify that as part of their gray zone activities, like flying balloon over Taiwan, or sending one of its tow ship. So all these kinds of tactics continue to remind the people here in Taiwan that there's a danger of war in between Taiwan and China.
Beijing later confirmed that it had launched a science satellite, the Einstein probe, developed together with the European Union. Prior notice was given weeks before the mission. The alert led to criticism of the Defense Ministry for using the word missile in English, and even why it chose to issue a nationwide warning when China had launched similar satellites before. Taiwan's military explained that the original planned routes showed the satellite flying southwest of the country. But when its course changed, flying over major cities in Taiwan, that's when the military decided to issue an alert.
所以，因为有异常的情况，所以我们今天国军也利用整个空中告警预警系统以简讯的方式，通知了所有的国人提高警觉。以上报告。
The military says no debris landed in Taiwan, and as for the incorrect English translation, this is what officials had to say.
那这次国防部也深表抱歉，英文有关这个 missile 的用词不够精准，这一部门国防部会深刻检讨，我们重新检讨相关的系统里面。 是否有用词不当的，我们会马上做一个修订。
This isn't the first time the Defense Ministry has come under fire for how it distributes information to the public. In 2022, when then U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan, China fired 9 missiles near Taiwan, with one flying over the country. But information on the missile launches was made public by Japan's military, not Taiwan's. Analysts say these inefficiencies highlight the need for the military to be more transparent, especially in times of crisis.
And so in these sorts of situations, you want to be as clear as possible. Granted, most people are going to be reading in Taiwan, are going to be reading the Chinese version, not the English version. But even so, there's going to be a significant portion of people who can read the English version and say to themselves, like, wait, are we under attack or is this a satellite launch? But I think also it just emphasizes the fact that that M&D really wants to get this right every single time. It has to be consistent and good source of information. And this one clearly just wasn't done very well.
Taiwan now says it does not consider the satellite launch to be attempted election interference from Beijing, contradicting the foreign minister's earlier comments. But the alert serves as a clear reminder of the challenges facing the country's next leader, who will have to manage tense ties with Beijing while reassuring Taiwanese that everything is under control. Chris Ma and Jaime Ocon for Taiwan Plus.
The U.S. House Speaker is reiterating his country's long-standing support for Taiwan.
We certainly want to help in the defense of Taiwan. It's very important to us. We want to deter the Chinese Communist Party and any military provocation. The U.S. Congress stands with our friends and stands for democracy and the principles that you all are trying to advance. Sure.
Mike Johnson made the comments at his first public meeting with Taiwan's new envoy to the United States. Alexander Yu was appointed after former envoy Bi Kim-hsiao returned to Taiwan to run as the Democratic Progressive Party's vice presidential candidate. Yu says the Taiwan-U.S. relationship is based on the shared values of freedom and democracy. Taiwan tech brands are showing off their AI chops at a Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. Products on display range from gaming computers and handheld consoles to medical equipment and innovations in recycling solar panels. AI technology is dominating this year's expo, with flashy new products like an interactive robot and transparent TVs attracting a lot of attention. The expo's organizer says Taiwan is crucial for the future of technology.
Chips make most of the things work. And that's why Taiwan is so important, actually, because Taiwan really dominates in many areas of chip production.
Taiwan's businesses are having a hard time finding workers. And while tech and automation do offer some help, job market experts say they cannot solve Taiwan's talent crunch. John Van Trieste reports.
From fast food to AI, Taiwan's workplaces are struggling to find the workers they need. A survey by HR firm Manpower Group found 73% of Taiwanese employers short-staffed and searching for employees. That's only slightly better than the global average of 75%. It's led companies to search for tech solutions to fill in the gap. Take this McDonald's branch in Taiwan, which has introduced automated ordering kiosks in place of live servers. Employees here say automation does have its place.
能够接受我们的产品，接受我们的改变，这样子，因为这是一个潮流啦。人是往前走吧，不可能往后退啊。您好，欢迎光临。
The government has been echoing that sentiment.
导入数位转型是企业必然要走的一条路线哈，所以呢，我们会看到有些企业为了要它的一个生存，或者说它要有更好的营运，哈，它就导入数位转型。
But in many fields with labor shortages, machines can only do so much. The most severe shortages are in fields that need human workers, and highly skilled ones at that. These include IT and engineering. And then there is the service sector.
某种程度上，虽然可能会对于这种传统的一个劳工造成人力取代的一个威胁，不过我们不要忘了，这个服务业最重视还是真实的这种面对面的一个沟通来提供服务。
And the worker shortage could get worse. Manpower Group survey also found that 70% of Taiwanese businesses are worried about an economic slowdown. That could in turn mean less hiring and training, and an even bigger skills gap, something Taiwan can ill afford. Delphine Chen and John Van Trieste for Taiwan Plus.
Travelers to Southeast Taiwan may be surprised to find an airport arrival hall filled with unique furnishings. These are the result of a collaboration between student carpenters and the local forestry department. Bryn Thomas takes a look.
Believe it or not, this is a transport hub, not a furniture showroom. This exhibit at Taidong Airport in southeast Taiwan showcases both the ingenuity of Taiwan's youth and the artistic traditions of its indigenous minorities, all while giving people a unique spot to rest from their travels.
它的木比想象中的还要好做。
The exhibit is the result of an exchange between a Taidong vocational school and the local environmental department. Driftwood collected from Taiwan's beaches is passed on to students, giving them a unique chance to apply their skills to recovered local materials. Many of the student carpenters belong to Taiwan's indigenous communities. Their unique cultural traditions are reflected in each piece, increasing the visibility of the country's minority groups.
木头呈现在就是跟织布配合在一起，让大家看得到我们的东西。
In addition to providing a venue for indigenous arts and crafts, the exhibit also puts carpentry students in contact with potential customers.
同时，我们也会提供一个连结的管道，希望能够透过这样的方式，让工农高工能够提供有需要的民众一些客制化的服务。
Project organizers hope that by giving students a chance to show off their abilities, they'll give them a few money-making opportunities after they graduate. Leon Lian and Bryn Thomas for Taiwan Plus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. If you like what you saw, you can visit the Taiwan Plus website or follow our social media. Finally, check out these items from the Netflix series The Crown, now up for auction. I'm Yvonne Young. Take care. I'll see you next time.